Hello, Stampers. Hopefully everybody's having a stamp happy day. I'm Karen Trelfa. I'm with StampersClub.com. And today I'd like to show you how to make this really stunning, simple card. I know there's a lot going on down here, but trust me, it's actually pretty simple. And it features the 12 Christmas stamp set. This actually comes in a bundle. So you can also get this at a discount when you purchase it at a bundle with the matching framelit set. There's a few extra elements in here that don't actually cut out things that you stamp, but those are always the fun elements in my opinion. So let's get started and I can show you how to make this. Okay, what you're going to need is a scrap of the gold foil, a scrap of garden green, piece of Very Vanilla, and a piece of garden green. And then you'll just need these two extra pieces that we're going to stamp on, the Real Red and the crumb cake. But for the die cuts, we'll get started with getting our parts and pieces made. You're going to get your 2 leaves out of that one scrap there. You need the 2 little scroll pieces out of your scrap of foil. And you need a stitched shape. You need the largest oval out of the stitched shape dies. And then the coordinating layering ovals, you will need to get the largest oval, largest scalloped oval out of that green. So let me get those cut real quick. Okay, so we've got our extra pieces cut here. And then the yellow olive, and then the stitched shape. I also real quick ran it through the Subtles embossing folder. This is one of the thicker dimensional embossing folders. So that has that pretty little kind of subtle design, kind of breaks up the flatness of that. Okay, so those were the things that I die cut. And then for stamping, we need these 2 pieces here. And the greeting, the Merry Christmas wishes, I stamped in Early Espresso. Okay, that one's in Early Espresso. Okay, let's set that aside. And then the Cardinal is actually just done on the Real Red paper in Memento Black, or whichever black you prefer to use. You could certainly use StazOn or basic black of any kind, any of those ones. Let's get that stamped up. So this saves me from having to color him because I put him right on the red paper. And you get that very pretty black outline. So he's a little bit of a shadow bird is what I want to call him. Okay, now these 2 items, we're going to use some more of the matching framelits to cut that cute little cardinal out and the wonderful banner. So once we get those cut out, you have these 2 pieces that look like this. Okay, so now that we have all of our parts and pieces, let's get started with that assembly. See, I used everything except for the extra banner and then the branch, which this does match both this banner, May Your Days Be Merry and Bright, and this spray. Okay, but since I was focaling that cardinal, we're going to keep it that way. So let's get the rest of the pieces. You're going to need a half a sheet of garden green, and that just gets folded in half. You could score it if you're going to score it. The piece of paper is 5.5 by 8.5, and you would score it at the 4 1/4 line if you want to do the scoring. And then we're going to add a piece of Very Vanilla on top of that, which is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. Get a little bit of tape on that. And that just gets matted right down over the top there. And then a piece of our wonderful Christmas 12 paper, Tidings and 12 and Tidings. I can't remember which way it is. You guys will get it. But it comes in garden green with the vanilla background or Real Red with the vanilla background. And there's 2 different patterns. One is this pretty scenic pattern and the other one is like a holly berry pattern. So, and that is cut at 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. We are going to get that added right over the top. let's see if I can center that without getting my head in the camera. All right. And then we're going to take those ovals. I'm going to tape those two together. So we're kind of building the card from the bottom up. Okay. And that I do have on some dimensionals. Let me grab some of those. All right. Okay. And that is just literally just centered. Nothing super fancy offset on this one. It's just centered. Okay. And then the cardinal is also up on dimensionals. So let me get a couple of those on there. Okay. And he's off to the left just a little bit. His body's off to the left and his tail's hanging down here on the right. Okay, we're going to get that on there. And then we're going to get some of those leaves in. I'm going to grab my silicone mat here so that I can get my tape going on these. Okay, get a little tape on those. And those are just kind of popped in, kind of like over the top of his feet. They're going to get covered up, so don't worry about how funny he looks. And this one kind of goes up over the top of his tail. I'll go up a little bit like that. And then the two little gold foil swirls, those are also going to get added in. Okay. Whoops. Kind of stretched that. Get back there. There you go. Okay, and these are, this one on this side, it is behind there. Guess I should have put that on first, but I wanted to know where my leaves were going to go. And then this one's kind of over the top of it. So that's going to get right over the top. And then the greeting is also up on dimensionals. You know me, I love dimensionals. Of course, if you want to mail this and you're worried about the thickness, you know, set a book on it for a day. It'll flatten her out. And that just kind of covers up that little wee bit of messiness that we kind of made down there. Okay. All right. Get rid of that silicone mat. And then, of course, you know, bows, ribbon. I have to have ribbon. I love texture. I can never play with enough texture. I have a really hard time using no embellishments or no ribbon on a card. I know a lot of people love it, and they always think that whoever does them does stunning cards with them. I just can't bring myself to simplify to that point because it just gives you such wow for such a little bit. So I'm using the garden green striped ribbon, the double stitched ribbon. And I work right off the roll. It probably takes about 12 inches if you like to cut yours first. It takes about 12 inches of ribbon. I use 2 bunny ears, 2 little loops, and then I tie my loops together. Okay. I don't worry about anything at that point. Then I'm going to hold the center and pull 1 loop down and then the other loop down. When you hold the center, it helps keep your ribbon flat. Then I'm going to kind of grab a hold of it between my fingers and tighten. And then same thing, I'm going to make this just a little bit smaller than I had it and tighten that back up again. And let me find my scissors. They always grow feet on my table. And we're going to get just a couple little, cut those tails there. Get that one a little bit shorter. Could have used my ribbon scissors, that would have made more sense. And a glue dot. This is just put on with a simple glue dot. And I usually push my ribbon against the glue dot and lift it off rather than try to play with it and not have it get where I want it to be. Usually it's where I'm wearing it someplace. And that's just added over the top of the greeting. And you have that part done. And then don't you just love these glitter enamel dots? They are just such the bomb. They're already sticky on the back, so you don't have to figure out how to get the glue dot on there. You're just going to use that. And I'm just going to, can't find my take a pick tool, so I'm just going to cheat and use a pair of scissors here. And I'm just going to get that lifted up. And I'm going to add a little sparkle, just a little bit of sparkle here. Grab them. I'm going to do a large, a medium, and a small one. And get that one there, and then we'll grab this little one and put that right there. It just adds that extra elegant little bling to it. Just that little bit over the top. Get you going there. Okay, so those are the enamel dots. These are the ones in the holiday catalog. There are also some different ones in different colors in the annual catalog. So these are just a wonderful little embellishment to add. And then there you have it. That beautiful, simple cardinal card. This is for all those bird lovers in your life. And of course, the people that like the Christmas wallpaper too. And then let me show you a couple of others, things that I've done with this. This is another super simple one. And again, little ribbon, but I did a knot. You could do a knot here too if you don't want to actually tie the bow. Did a little bit of the embossing background with the scripted folder. This is that other pattern that's in there with a little holly. So this is just a nice simple. This one I stamped in red, and then I took a black marker to color in around his face, and then a little bit of the stitched label die. And then this here, I also decided to make a cute little tag out of that. Exact same little layout at the bottom there, but I had another green, garden green, shaded spruce ribbon. So I kind of changed up the color combo a little bit and then just punched a hole and used a little bit of linen thread. That'll make a really cute little tag for somebody, right? Isn't that adorable? So there is some lovely projects with the Christmas 12 stamp set and of course the bundle with the framelits. Be sure to check out my blog, www.stampersclub.com, and I can give you some additional details and things that are needed and I used on this card. Feel free to comment below, and of course up above, make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on any more of these super cute, quick cards that I show you. Have a great Stamp Happy day. Good night now.